Welcome back. Today we will be talking about the quotient rule. So every topic has its own rhythm. The rhythm for quotient rule is low D high minus high D low, square the bottom and off you go. So whenever you solve these type of problems, keep on rhyming this rhythm and it will be very helpful. So first I will identify what is high and what is low. High is nothing but the numerator and low is nothing but the denominator. So the rhythm is low D high. So I will write low, that means the denominator first, and then you will take the derivative of the numerator. So that is low D high part. Then after that, minus high D low. So write the numerator times the derivative of the denominator, and everything divided by denominator square. So again, the rhythm is low D high minus high D low, square the bottom and off you go. After this, you just have to apply the power rule to find the derivative, and then carefully you have to do the distribution part and simplify the equation. So the major part for the quotient rule is done. If you take the derivative of 3x to the power of 4 plus 2, you will get 12x cubed. The derivative of 3x cubed minus 2 is 9x squared, and everything divided by the denominator. When you distribute the numerator, then don't solve the denominator at the same time. Solve the numerator first, and if needed, solve the denominator after that. If you are able to cancel out something from the numerator and denominator, that would be great. That's why I try to keep solving of the denominator for the last. And remember, in this denominator, we are using the property of a minus b whole squared, which is nothing but a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So this is your final answer for question number 5. After that, we will try another question, question number 10. If you look closely in question number 10, in the denominator, we have a negative exponent. So be careful when you are taking the derivative of negative exponent. Identify what is high, what is low, and remind yourself what is the rhythm. Low D high minus high D low, square the bottom and off you go. So first thing first, let's write the denominator first, and let's write low D high. So denominator times the derivative of the numerator minus numerator and derivative of the denominator. And then use the power rule to find the derivative. So that will be derivative of x to the power of 4 plus 6 is 4x cubed. And then the derivative for 3 minus 4 times x to the power of negative 4 will be 16x to the power of negative 5, because negative and negative will become positive, and everything divided by the denominator. Now remember, we have a negative exponent in the denominator, so I can bring it down as the fraction. And after this, we will do the distribution part for the numerator, and then we will simplify the denominator as well. So if I distribute, we will get 12x cubed minus 16 times x to the power of negative 1 minus 16x to the power of negative 1 minus 96x to the power of negative 5. Whenever you multiply the two terms, you are adding the exponents, right? So keep on thinking about the exponent rules, because whatever you have learned in the previous math courses in Algebra 2 and Algebra 1, you need to apply those skills again and again in calculus. And now after this, we have 12x cubed minus 16x to the power of negative 1, and then again 16x to the power of negative 1, and 96x to the power of negative 5. And now I will simplify the denominator as well. So again, denominator is nothing but a minus b whole squared in this case. If you look closely, we have negative 8 in the denominator, right? X to the power of negative 8. So let's multiply numerator and denominator by x to the power of 8. Why? Because I need to get rid of the negative exponent. So if I multiply and divide by x to the power of 8, it will help us to get rid of negative exponents. And the equation will look a little bit more cleaner. So 12x to the power of 11 minus 16x to the power of 7 minus 16x to the power of 7 minus 96x to the power of 3. And then you will get lovely number in the denominator because there are no negative exponents left. Everything is positive. But when you are writing these equations, be careful that you write in the standard form. That means highest power first. So I can combine negative 16x to the power of 7 with negative 16x to the power of 7 to make it negative 32 times x to the power of 7. And then we will keep the denominator as it is. So this is how you will do the quotient rule. Again, keep on reminding yourself about the quotient rule and practice, practice, practice. I hope it made sense, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.